Welcome back to SaharaTV. My name is Rudolf Okonkwo. This is a Skype call segment when we give you the chance to give us feedback on some of the programs we've been showing today. And so far, we have spoken to NAN's president, Mr. Yinka Badebo, who spoke on the continuing strike by ASUU, that is the university professors. We also brought you a developing story from Kenya, where an attack on an upscale mall in Nairobi has killed more than 29 people. We just got an update that attack has been claimed by Al-Shabaab, the militant group in Nairobi. If we have the time, we are also going to talk about the killing in Abuja yesterday of, so far we had 7 victims that were killed in an apartment in Abuja by security forces. There were a lot of conflicting reports about who they were and who was responsible for the killing. So we're going to discuss all this. And I understand that we have via Skype from UK we have Yemi, and from Canada we have another Yemi, and also from England we have Jack. Yemi from UK, welcome to SaharaTV.
Thank you, Rudolf, for having me today after a long time.
Okay, that's good. Yemi in Canada, welcome to SaharaTV.
Thanks so much, Rudolf. Okay. How are you doing?
Good. And Jack in England, welcome to SaharaTV.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So let me start.
Hey, don't forget Israel in Doha.
Israel in Doha. Okay, I don't have your name. Okay. Israel, welcome to SaharaTV.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's start with the situation in Kenya. Are you guys following what is going on there? Israel, let me start with you because Al Jazeera just confirmed that Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility for that attack. What are you hearing there?
Well, for now, this is the first time I'm actually hearing this.
Oh, okay. You've not been? Okay. Yeah. All right, let me go to Jake in England. What are you hearing?
Yeah, basically, I've not heard about anything. I just logged on Facebook and I saw that on your wall. So I was about going through before you even called me. So
okay. All right. So this is what we know. There was an attack in an upscale mall in Nairobi, and 29 people were killed so far. So Nairobi, just like Nigeria, not Nairobi, Kenya, just like Nigeria, they have a problem with insurgents. And in their own case, while in Nigeria we have Boko Haram, they have Al-Shabaab. So it's something that seems to be moving across different parts of Africa. And I want to come to you, Yemi, in Canada. When you hear a story like this, what do you think? What do you feel? How do you think this is leading the continent as a whole?
Yeah, it's just so sad, you know, a continent that's so well endowed. We have so many resources. We should be like Dubai now, but, you know, a lot of factors come to play. Poverty comes to play, unemployment comes to play, and you know when they said a idle hand is a devil's workshop, you know, and I don't want people, Africans generally, to think because a set of people, they call themselves Muslims, they are doing this in the interest of the religion Islam. I think it's just an individual thing, and governments across Africa should come together and fight terrorism to a halt.
Mm. Now, Yemi, in UK, let me ask you, because whenever an incident like this happens, other groups who maybe share kind of the same interest, they see what happened in one place, and sometimes we see carbon copy of the same thing. Do you think that the security situation in Nigeria can deal with an incident like this?
I don't know what I'm going to say now, because even the situation that is not of this scale has not been dealt with by Nigerian security, talk less of this situation of this large scale. But having said that, they managed to kill about 29 people, which is so staggering. Only about yesterday or thereabout, is it the insurgent that killed about 70 people or 80 people in Nigeria? Because each time I see any news about Nigeria in this country newspaper, it's so sad that it always turns out to be bad news. So there is not, the Nigerian security cannot handle it because the Nigerian security is not well structured to the extent of telling us they might be able to do this, because Nigerian security is so politicized that they only answerable to one commander. So that is it. I don't think they can handle it at all. They cannot even handle it. A natural disaster, I don't see anything seems to be working in Nigeria as of now.
Now, Jake, let me come to you. Jake, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So what do you think Africa should do to deal with this increasingly attack by several groups to the sovereignty of a nation?
Well, the issue of security instability is becoming beyond belief, beyond thinkable. And this is not just only in Nigeria, and it's just all about Africa, because these Boko Haram, they've gone beyond Nigeria and going to other Islamic countries. So I think what they should do is let the African leaders come together and join and think about a pragmatical step to cut this issue from now, because if they're not going to think about anything now, I believe this issue is going to like expand to other African countries, nearby countries, Ghana, Cameroon, and it's really, really going to be unbearable. So I think this is the right time for them to come together, and not just one country. The whole of Africa should come together and think about this security instability and, draw a line to it.
Now, Israel, you're in Doha. How is it playing over there? Whether is this incident or any incident involving Nigeria, how is it being reported in the media in Doha? Are you there, Israel? Okay, I think we lost him. Now, let me quickly connect this to what happened.
Hello, I'm here.
Are you there? Okay, go ahead. So I'm saying,
Yes, I'm here.
how is it playing in where you are? This incident or other incidents concerning attacks by several groups?
Well, here in Doha, actually, incidents like this, they see it as if it's normal with Nigerians and people from Africa. It's actually reported by Al Jazeera normally, but then those things happening back home actually affects the way these people look at Nigerians or other Africans. They actually see most black people as kind of someone that likes war, something. So it's actually not telling good on us that lives in the region like this.
Now, I have to point out that Al-Shabaab actually is based in Somalia, but they've since been operating in Kenya and other countries. All right, let me connect this to what happened in Abuja on Friday, which was an attack on a building, uncompleted building in Abuja by SSS men and military men that killed 7 people. And the government's official statement by SSS was that these people were Boko Haram members. But we have seen from other reports in several other media, initially the media bought the language of the government that these were Boko Haram people. But from reports in other media today who spoke to witnesses and people who were also at the scene, it was proved that these people were squatters. They were not Boko Haram members, and that the security agents came there and opened fire on them. Now, my question to you guys is, what does this say about the way that Nigeria is fighting this Boko Haram crisis? Are we sacrificing a lot of innocent people in the name of fighting terror. Yinka in Canada starts.
Yemi.
Yemi, sorry, forgive me. Yemi in Canada.
Yeah, well, it's so unfortunate, you know, if you are going to the farm and you are taking pencil and biro and paper, you won't be able to farm very well because you don't have the right equipment. It's so unfortunate that our security parastatals in Nigeria has decayed over years. So they can't function. They can't function very well. That's why, what about all these straight bullets? Let's forget about what happened in Abuja. Do you know the number of people that die daily or weekly every month by straight bullet, by somebody on duty on the street that just made one gunshot and killed somebody? Nobody is persecuted. Nobody is being, there's just total anarchy. It's just, and nobody is responsible. So that's why irresponsible leaders are being put in place and nothing's working. Nothing's working. So that's just it. So.
Now, Yemi in UK, let me ask you, because the media, they also have responsibility in some of these stories that come out. I know that it's only Sahara Reporters and Premium Times that were skeptical of the story being told by the SSS. What do you think about the role of the media in this propagation of this war against terror in Nigeria?
Thank you, Rudolf. You see, the role of media, let me situate Nigerian media in a situation where everybody for himself and God for us all. You see, Nigerian media, you are able to write reports the way you see it because you are not in there. You see, most of the Nigerian media, the first thing they do is to protect their interest. They know if they step beyond their boundary, tomorrow morning you will see somebody, the policemen in their doorstep, they will be shot down. So that first. Then secondly, you said Sahara Reporter and the Premium Time is the only organization that was skeptical about the report. You see, no matter what I read in Nigerian media, take Sahara Reporters and Premium Times out, those that are not based in Nigeria, no matter what I read in there, I still have to form my own opinion. Because even if Mr. President, Nigerian president, says anything this morning, I'm telling you, Rudolf, I can never believe him 100%. It's never possible. So that goes to tell you that whatever comes out of the SSS, whatever comes out of the state security apparatus, it is always doubtable. Not just by me, but by most Nigerians. Because they believe that whether it is true or not, they will surely come out to defend themselves. And I have never seen Nigerian police taking responsibility, admitting mistake. Be it police, be it army, they are a kind of perfect organization that never made mistake. Even where they were challenged that, look, the first so-called head of the Boko Haram, the army said, we arrested this man live. We handed him over to the police. The police shot him dead. Nobody within that area can tell us whether he was arrested alive, he wasn't arrested alive. No, we didn't know. The story just come up and he died a natural death. So, you see, this thing has been going on and on and on in Nigeria, and it will continue to go like this until we get our political setting right. If we don't get right, all this thing will keep going. Look at it now. Who is Nigerian police responsible to? It should be responsible to Nigeria. But in actual sense, Nigerian police as it is today is responsible to only one man. And who is that man? Mr. President. So you can imagine we are not doing anything about Nigerian security at all. You know how security is being taken care of in America. And likewise in United Kingdom here, but not so in Nigeria.
Now let me go to Jack. Jack, somebody came out. One of the people that were victims came out and said that this is exactly how the military, how they operate in Maiduguri in the north. That they basically go and kill people and call them Boko Haram. Are we sure that are we not really sacrificing a lot in this fight? And why is it that we don't have mechanism to make sure that the rights of innocent people are not in place, are being observed and respected in this fight?
Well, that is how poor the Nigerian situation is, because when an incident happened, now we don't know who are the responsibles, because they all wear military uniforms. We don't know if they are Boko Haram, if they are real military men, because I've heard about that over times, that when people died, oh, these people came in army uniform, and we don't know if they are Boko Haram. So everything is very poor in Nigeria. So I don't know, when it comes to Nigerian matters, it always gives me headache. So I don't know what to talk about.
All right, Jake, I will save you from further headaches. Let's talk about our next topic, which is based on an interview we had a few minutes ago with the president of NANS. You all know that students in Nigeria have been at home because of ASUU strike, and it's been over 100 days. We spoke to the NANS president, who really expressed the position of students. And one of the things that we asked him is, will students in Nigerian universities, public universities, be willing to pay more to help reduce the cost of education that the federal government is saying they cannot afford? And he said no, that they are not willing to do that.
I support that.
So let me come to you, Israel. Okay, Israel, were you in Nigeria? Were you a student in Nigeria before you left?
Yeah, I graduated from University of Benin.
How long did you spend, and what did you study?
I studied geology, and it was supposed to be a 4-year course, and I ended up spending about close to 6 years.
Okay, so you were part of the victims of this this kind of strike.
Oh, yes.
So tell me, what is your take on what's going on? What do you think is the solution, and what's the problem?
Well, the problem, it all boils down to corruption and bad leaders. Because now these ASUU people and the government are fighting, and the students are suffering. It all has to do with misappropriation of funds, corruption, and all that. All this bullshit you're talking about, it's not what is really happening. All I know is that it all has to do with corrupt leaders, both in the education sector and in the government itself.
Now, Yemi, in Canada, Yemi, let me come to you, because the ASUU president said that instead of going on strike, the ASUU should, the NANS president said instead of ASUU going on strike, the ASUU should try to sue the federal government as part of the solution to this crisis. And in fact, he said something new, that NANS, that they are going to sue the federal government and ASUU for forcing students to spend more years in school than what they signed up when they first got there. So do you think that will work in Nigeria?
What is shari?
Yemi, in Canada, are you there?
Yeah. Well, look. Nigeria has a lot of problems, and ASUU is just one of them. Unfortunately, I went through the ASUU strike too. I went through it. I even went through when the high school one, during Babangida, everything.
How long did you spend in the university when you were there?
Yeah, it's a 5-year course. I think I spent 7, Abi. I'm not sure how many years.
So if they actually get compensation, you can actually be compensated.
Look. Let's not compound the problem of Nigeria already. Now, the thing is, I'm not saying ASUU is entitled for what they're asking for, but I think we as a people, we should, like what Yemi in UK said, we need to get our political class right. And that's what we have so many problems, and that political class is the major problem. Look, just imagine a Nigeria whereby we know that Mr. XYZ will do the right thing, and people vote for Mr. XYZ, and Mr. XYZ got there, and he's doing the right thing. And if he's not doing the right thing, the people still have the right to remove him. But it's not the case in Nigeria. So that political class is very important. That's why I urge the ASUU members, they should try and refocus their energy on fixing the political class. Now, when we had problems with fuel subsidy and everything, did we hear ASUU? ASUU did not come out and say this is wrong. Or when Alamesia was giving pardon, did we hear ASUU complaining as an association that why would this government be doing this? So it's a matter of Nigerians, we are more self-centered. Everybody wants something. I want a piece of the cake. I want the piece of the cake. We are not talking about we as a people to find a solution to our problems. So I think that's the direction I'm going. If they should start going to court, they're just dragging, and the kids will still be suffering for this. So that's just it.
Now, Yemi, in UK, so do we have to, first of all, deal with the political issue before we deal with the students' issue? How are we going to get out of this?
I think the PDP has given us the direction we should follow now. The crisis in PDP is just the tonic for Nigeria to say, okay, if you cannot put your house in order, you've been in power for the past 14 years. Why can't we try something, a change? Let's try some new set of people. I'm not saying the best opposition party in Nigeria will come in and deliver what we want, but for the mere fact that we're able to make that change, we surely send a small message to the political class that, look, if we don't deliver what these people want, we could be sent out of office. That is one. I happen to be a lucky one, because when I was in university, my 4 years was 4 years, and I did sociology. So what you see, the issue of ASUU, there is insincerity in both parties, but 90% of this sincerity rests with the government. Because I am so saddened that the current president we have in Nigeria today, he was a lecturer. But the moment he dovetailed into a political class, then he's completely forgotten his colleague. What I expect from Mr. President, that education sector should not be suffering, being a member of that class. But today, what do we have? ASUU has been on strike since June now. Student has been at work. The last president, I should be expecting him to start campaigning for 2015, not as president now, that this government has to go. He should be talking and educating the student at this point in time that this is the time for us to vote out this government, rather than for him to go to court. If you go to court, are you going to win? You are not going to American court, or neither you are going to United Kingdom court. Hey, who is?
All right, I think we have someone who just turned on their live stream. So please turn it down so that we don't have interference. Now we have to round up. Let me come to you, Jack. Were you in Nigeria? Did you go to school in Nigeria? What was the experience like? Jack, are you still there? Okay, I think we lost him.
I think he's gone.
All right. Okay, Yemi in Canada, let me come to you. Round up. So we are in this situation now. Over 100 days, students have been off school, and there seems to be no end in sight. And we now have sometime this week, they announced that the vice president will now be the one that will be in charge of this negotiation. What do you think would be should be the final solution so that we don't have to go back to this a year from now?
That's a very difficult question to answer. You know, I'm not a member of ASUU, that's one, and I'm not a member of the current government, so I don't have any insights to any of the party. But going forward, the minister for the economy, or what do they call her position, Ngozi Akweli, she said the fund is too much to be paid to ASUU, but the fund is too much. The fund they are paying the senators that the IS paid all over the world, the House of Assembly, the funding, the food the presidency is taking every month, all these are just wastes. We need to set our priorities just right. And as long as we have an irresponsible government in place, we would have irresponsible consequences. It's just rocket. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Over here, we are in London, you are in London, you are in UK, Canada, America. We see things working well because the right people are in the right place and they are doing their jobs. Once somebody is doing something wrong, we all know what happens in the developed countries. They resign. But do you see that in Nigeria? No. They would rather stay there until they are sacked. You can't see people resigning. You just sack somebody because, okay, you're not playing into my tune. You are sacked. So, yeah, it's until the right people are in the right place, we get good results.
All right. I think we have to stop it there. I'm getting the feedback that we have to end it. So I want to thank Yemi in UK for joining us. Yemi in Canada, thank you so much for joining us.
Rudolf, we didn't talk about PDP Wahala now.
And Jack, I know. Jack, thank you so much for joining us. And Israel, thank you for joining us. We will continue to talk about this next week. But until then, we are now going to go to Adela, who will give us some of the comments from our viewers on our social media. So stay tuned.